Hello guys, I'm this hour from HKEXCEL. So this is for a Math Higher Level 2019 tip questions video. So in part 1 you see a few questions that should be quite challenging for you guys. Okay, you can try to do it yourself, or you can follow the videos and follow my step-by-step guide. Okay, but make sure that you also sign up for part 2 because you will have a whole paper training like for free. Okay, and I'll share the whole video like how to do the whole paper for Math Higher Level, and also you get the paper as well. So make sure that you sign up for part 2. Yeah, so let's get it started. So now let's take out a past paper question. Okay, so you can see the function note 1 in higher level is not that hard. It's actually quite easy. Okay, so gx equals to 5 over x minus 1 fx equals to x plus 3, and h is equal to f of gx. So you sub in gx back into the fx, right? So find hx. Very simple. So fx, x plus 3, so 5x plus 3, and then 5x minus 1, and then plus 3, right? Because f of g, that means you sub a gx into the fx, right? So 5 over x minus 1 plus 3, yeah? And just that. And then for the inverse, question B. So inverse of the function means swapping x, y, right? So y equals to 5x minus 1 plus 3, and then you have to swap x, y and make the y be the subject, right? So x is equal to 5 over y minus 1 plus 3, and then x minus 3, 5 over y minus 1, and then you multiply to the left hand side. So y minus 1, 5 over x minus 3, and then finally 5 over x minus 3 plus 1. So that is the inverse, okay? So very simple. And then next page, you can see this one is already like 4 mark questions, okay? So question 2, find the inverse of the function. So we have y equals to this, and then you find the inverse. You can see the minus 1 sign here means swapping x, y. So I'll make x be the subject, 2y minus 3 over y minus 1, y plus 1 I mean. And then you just multiply to the left hand side. So xy plus x, 2y minus 3. Do you get that? So I multiply to the left hand side. And then you make y be the subject. So xy minus 2y minus 3 minus x. So y, x minus 2 minus 3 minus x. So minus 3 minus x over x minus 2. Just that, right? And then for question B, so what is the domain of the inverse? So when I say domain, that means the x value, okay? What the x value can be, right? So what are the x values? So you look at the inverse function of this one, okay? So y is equal to minus 3 minus x over x minus 2. So whenever there's x at the bottom, we look at the bottom, okay? So we look at the bottom, and the bottom is the bottom of the fraction, okay? So if right now if x is equal to 2, what happened? So obviously 2 minus 2, then you have the denominator is equal to 0. So whenever you get the denominator equal to 0, okay, so 1 over 0, then obviously this one would be error, okay? So you can never have the denominator equal to 0. So in this case, then x cannot be 2, but x can be the elements of the real numbers, okay? So E means the elements of, and this is the real number, right? So x is the elements of the real numbers. That's it. And then for next question. Oh yeah, so basically for this one, it's just 2 is not the answer. Okay, so 2 cannot be the value, but anything, any value you sub in here, you can still get the value. Okay, yeah. We'll move on to the vector note 2 past paper question. Okay, so you find the questions a bit hard. Okay, so compare with the note 1. Okay, so let's move on to the first question. So show that 2 planes. You can see 1 minus 1, 2 equals to 2. So that's the normal. And this is 1x plus y equals to 1, right? So they are perpendicular. And show that the 2 planes that are perpendicular, right? So we just need to know, we just need to find the normal, yeah? So if this plane and this plane, okay, they are perpendicular, so that means the normal must also be perpendicular as well, yeah? So that's 1 minus 1, 2, dot, 1, 1, and 0. So what do you get? So there's 1 minus 1 plus 0, so that's equal to 0. So A dot B equal to 0, then that means is 90 degrees. And then for question B, so find the equation of the plane P3 which passed through the origin. So origin is 0, 0, 0, and it's perpendicular to both P1 and P2. So what does it mean? So you want to find out the equation of the plane. So first you need to find the normal of the plane, right? Yeah, so perpendicular to both P1 and P2. That means you use the cross product, right? So do you still remember how to find the cross product? So we start from the middle, right? So -1 times 0, and then -2. So that's -2. 0 minus 2. And then next will be 1, and then minus 1, right? So that's 2. And then finally, that will be, So we first start with the middle, and then the next one will be 2 minus 0. So that will be 2. And finally, we look at this one. So that's 1 minus 1, that is equal to 2, right? So the cross product is equal to -2, 2, 2. And then we have this, we have the normal vector, and we have the point. So we just apply r dot n equals to a dot n, right? So x, y, z dot the normal, so -2, 2, 2. And then a is just the point, 0, 0 dot -2, 2, 2, right? So 0 dot anything will be just 0. So -2x plus 2y plus 2z. That's it. Of course, you can simplify, okay, by dividing both sides by -2. So finally, you have x minus y minus z equal to 0, yeah? So next page. So next page, question 2. Consider the plane with the equation 2x minus y plus 2z equals to 1. And the line given by the parametric equation, x equals to 3 plus kt, y equals to k plus 5 plus 2t, and z is equal to 7 minus 4t. So basically, I'll just say this is 3k plus 5 and 7 plus t, k2 minus 4. So that's the direction vector, yeah? So it is known that the line is perpendicular to the plane. So when I say perpendicular to the plane, so just look at the normal vector. The normal vector is 2 minus 1 and 2, yeah? So you know that this one must be proportionate to the normal. So 2 minus 1, 2 must be equal to k2 minus k. But here is minus 4, right? So this is 2. So obviously you need to multiply by -2. Okay? So that means is equal to -4, 2, and then -4. Yeah? So this k2 and -4. So finally, k is equal to -4. That's it. And for question B, the coordinates of the point of intersection, find the coordinates of the point of intersection of the line and the plane. Yeah? So you want to find the intersection of the line and the plane. So that means you just sub back in. Very simple. So I sub back into the equation here. So that will be 3, k plus 5, k is -4. So -4 plus 5 is 1, 7. And then plus t, and k is equal to -4, 2, and -4. Yeah? So we got this equation. Sub back into the plane. So that's 2x, x is 3 minus 4t, minus y, y is just 2t plus 1, plus 2z, z is just 7 minus 4t. That equals to 1. Okay, and then just expand all that. So expand all this, it will be 6 minus 8t minus 2t minus 1 plus 14 minus 8t equals to 1, right? So just find the t value. That will be equal to minus 10t minus 18t. 6 minus 1 is 5. 5 plus 14 is 19. So 19, 1 minus 19 is equal to minus 18. So basically t is equal to 1, right? So finally, just sub back in. So t equals to 1, right? So 3, 1, 7 plus -4, 2 minus 4. So that is equal to 3 minus 4 is -1. 1 plus 2 is 3, and then 7 minus 4 is 3. Yeah?